these days we are dealing with a unique situation, and these are very unprecedented times. We would like our viewers to know that as we had been in the past doing something with the children for fitness, which we are really good at, I would want them to continue doing fitness even today in their homes. I would like Amit Gupta, the founder and CEO of UpUgo, to give some comments.
Thank you, Raji. Welcome all the viewers on UpUgo's first video-assisted podcast. We really thank you for your time. Well, as already said by my colleague, Ms. Raji, these times are peculiar in their own right. Well, we can't control what's happening, but we certainly can control how do we respond to this situation. I think in that breath, we as a little organization have been trying to stay true to our purpose and vision, which is to democratize sports and fitness and rather make it a lifestyle. I think times were no more ripe than today to demonstrate that how can we make sports and fitness a lifestyle. Well, we've got some interesting facts and some interesting data points around it with my very able colleagues who are on this panel today, including my senior coach Rimshad, my chief technical officer and a seasoned international athlete Vinod Kumar, and my colleague Ram Kiran Barlal, who has been into the fitness industry for over 2 decades and is a qualified professional from National Association of Strength and Conditioning. I would at this stage seek comments from my colleague Ram on sharing his views on the situation and kind of going around and trying to get you some relative information. Ram?
Thanks, Amit. Yeah, well, we all know these are very tough times for everybody. Now, Raji just mentioned it's an unprecedented situation. So, what can you do under these circumstances? I mean, the only thing that we can, only comparable event probably close to this is during the World War II. So, I'd like to, talk a little bit on that. So, there was evidence and there was research-based evidence that children and adults, likewise, during that period of time, had developed psychological issues post the war, and which lasted an entire lifetime. Well, the situation, what is going on right now, may not exactly be comparable to the World War, simply because the fear psychosis in a war is obviously very different from what we are having right now due to this virus. And kids don't associate fear with this, but the situation is almost similar, where they have to stay indoors. There's nothing much to do, and it's tough for everybody concerned, including the parents and the children themselves. So, having said this, what happens here is there are definitely going to be behavioral changes, behavioral patterns which change in children if they don't keep themselves physically active. So at this point, they have nowhere to go, no place out to go. So you'll find that children who are generally even very physically active otherwise might get tendencies of becoming sedentary, which might even eventually start taking them on a downward spiral. And not even talking about kids who are physically inactive. Physically inactive kids, it's going to make it worse. So, and there are going to be hormonal changes, and about the advantages of physical activity, I think there's a lot to be spoken here. I would rather invite my colleague and friend and the Chief Technical Officer, Vinod, here to talk more about that. Over to you, Vinod.
Thanks, Ram, and thanks for sharing so many important points for our viewers. Lockdown, whole country is locked down for a very great cause, and we are here to unlock your body for a very important cause. Please, parents, it's my humble request, do some activity, some physical activity to keep your posture, body, and your movement, your muscular mobility. It's very important for you and your kids to be engaging at home. Nowadays everybody's indoor. It is you have so much of time to spend, but make sure you spend this time doing some activity. It is a very important requirement to look forward to build your child physical conditioning. So I'm gonna tell my coach Rimshad to demonstrate a few exercises which you can do it at home, and it is very useful for you to do it regularly, and it will help you.
Hi everyone, Rimshad here. So
Hi, Rimshad.
I'll be showing some drills which you can practice from home. So first, you can use your towel, and now I'm showing for mobilizing your shoulder joints and stretching your chest muscle fibers. So hold your towel this way and take it over your head, take it back, same way, forward. So this workout will help to mobilize your shoulder joints. Okay, now it comes. Okay, now we do some drills with your water bottle. So keep the bottle on the floor. Okay, now we do some balance and dynamic stretching for the hamstrings. Balance on your right leg or one leg and slowly down. Catch the bottle. Come back. Again, make your spine neutral. So you can do this one for 8 to 10 counts. Slowly by balancing. Once you finish, do with the other leg. Good. So from the home itself, you can do wide variety of workout, strengthening workout, agility, or improving your footwork speed. Then comes balance and core strengthening. So these are the major roles we use in a life of a athletic. And for agility, bottle on the floor.
Yeah, perfect.
And you can practice jumping forward and backwards. See, watch. So this workout will help to improve your kids' lower body explosive jumps. And same way you can do lateral jumps. Same thing what you did. See. Okay. Now we can do some high knees, which is also a running technique for improving your kids' running techniques, improving speed. Okay. Now you can do lateral high knees. Watch. So this workout we can do practice 40 seconds into 3 sets.
Parents, is just a glimpse of exercises our coach Rimshad showed. We have loads of exercises available in our YouTube channel, and every day we are also doing a live sessions in Insta. We have each category of 4 to 7. The younger lot we are doing morning at 9:30 a.m. and then 7 plus age categories we are doing evening, which starts by 4:30. You're welcome to log in. Please join with your kids. It's help you to increase the bonding and have fun. Raji, over to you.
Hello again. I hope this broadcast has been really useful to all our viewers at home. We are doing our best to keep you involved with your exercises and your fitness, whatever you can at home. Amit, would you come in and give your closing comments?
Yeah, thank you, Raji. I think before that, just to kind of give you some data, I guess people today are loving the data they are getting on COVID-19 and a variety of topics with all business reports and all economic reports flying around. I will take half a minute for my colleague Ram to highlight some important data and statistics on why this whole thing is important And then maybe half a minute, my colleague Vinod, who I guess could also maybe shed some light on the scientific aspects of these exercises being relevant in today's time. I think that would be great. Ram, over to you first, and then followed by that, Vinod talking about the scientific aspects of these exercises.
Yeah, there's a lot of data. I mean, if you go back and see sports scientists across the world, exercise physiologists, even the World Health Organization recommends a minimum of 150 minutes of physical activity for primary school children per week, this is, and at least 225 minutes of physical activity per week for secondary and higher school children. So it's important that kids stay active, and we are doing our best in terms of providing this opportunity for all kids online at this point in time. And more importantly, this is a great time for parents to bond with their children, and there's nothing better, according to us, than bonding with a session of physical fitness.
Absolutely.
And isn't it? Yeah, so that's about as far as the data goes. There's a lot more data which you can churn out. But for now, I think this is an important aspect and important data that we are focusing on. And maybe Vinod can give a few more words here.
Thanks, Ram. Thanks for giving that insane numbers, that everyone of us has to follow when it's come to following certain physical activity. Our program is based on scientific approach. Our exercises are designed to cater age specific. Now, when it's come to a child fitness, please understand nowadays everybody's indoor. When you're indoor, you're sitting too long, lying too long, you only move few meters. When you do that, what happens is for a child, a growing spine, you're compressing that. When you compress that, when you don't help them to elongate, research shows that it affects a growth of your child. Yeah. And also, if you don't do any activity which helps them to pump their heart, sweat them, what happens is 7% of their physical strength. Please remember, 7% of their physical strength by a week they reduce.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah. So please understand this number. These numbers are very important. And yes, as of now, you see 3 weeks of a given date for lockdown. Imagine if you're thinking about not doing any activity for 3 weeks, you know the numbers. And it's not only for child, it's for you as a parent. Please do engage in this physical activity and keep your fitness level at least to maintain level. Not as a increasing level, please do to maintain. And these exercises, what you are doing here, is challenging for you also. Please do it. Stay safe, stay indoor, have fun.
So thanks, Vinod, for handing it over. Thanks to my team for constantly giving these sessions to my patrons and to everyone who's a fitness lover. So see, as I said in the beginning, we cannot control the situation, but we can control how we respond to this. And we are seeing everywhere that let's make the most of this. Let's never waste a crisis. I think the best comes out from us. 21 days is incidentally also told to be the number of days to form a habit. While we are down with about 6 days, I guess still nothing is lost, because we never know how long will the lockdown be. So friends, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media handle on Instagram. You'll find us with UpUgo and UpUgo India. And make the most of it. We are being absolutely regular on our drills and on our sessions, and welcome to join. Thank you, everyone.